Pistols, Na'Vi on the T side, Furia receiving on the CT.
Let's take a look at the buys here. Early nade to open up Squeaky. And straight to the top side. Vinny's going to receive one, but Simple and Boomit straight onto those trades.
Yeah, but that bomb's already down. It's giving it the wiggle for good luck. The nade finds
down. I'm not sure if you're with me yet. I can't hear you in team speak, but Henny's going to find another. That's a 3-on-3.
You can't hear me?
I can hear you now. You're with us, but it's a 2-on-1. Henny.
All right.
Straight into the Squeaky door. Perfecto's going to get him. And that'll be the pistol round for Na'Vi. So that's where we're going to have our jankiest parts of the cast, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
lots of things needing to get muted and unmuted and moved around. So we're going to try and refine that the best we can. A couple of little problems just there, but here we go. Let's take a look at round number 2.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm glad we're all ready to rock and or roll. And let's see what our second round brings. Furia have chosen to invest. I prefer this kind of buy on Nuke. I love it. Just the right amount of util. Keserato a chance perhaps with the scout. But I have a feeling there's some pace to this. Oh, with his nade in his hand, Henny goes down to Simple. Second round, 8K. It is only going to find him one, though. Yuri, a very, very important duel to be winning and trying to put a smoke on that 8K to make retrieval difficult. Vinny, are you really going? Oh, the nade, it pushes it into the domain of Flamey. Can he get away? Yes, he can.
Well, they've gone ramp, they've taken control, and there's nobody on the lower site right now to deal with them. They have to get a rotation on. Vinny's going to be the first down the Venom, more to follow, but they're scrambling. Territory's been lost. Or they're saving. Yeah, they've just called this one off. This makes sense now. The bomb will go down, the 40-second timer will begin. And at this point, for Na'Vi, it'll be the second round on the board. Furia just going to hold on to these upgrade pistols that scout in Keserato's hands and have another crack in the next round. And look, you will see a lot of this, especially within the first half of games. If the CT side, the ones who we know the utility costs a little bit more, incendiary is 600 compared to the 400 there on that T side for the Molotov. The rifles cost more. They need to get that diffuse kit, that pesky $400 investment to make these retakes more and more possible. The CTs will just play the percentages here. They know that it's difficult to get into a 4v4 retake.
Makes a lot of sense. Can't fault them. But also really can't fault Na'Vi. They used their sharpest tool to great success there in finding the opening frag there. Henny was holding a nade for anyone that was trying to rush Squeaky. And, well, the one counter to that is someone opening Squeaky and holding an AK straight on that vent spray. Simple finds first blood. Na'Vi convert. We are into the 2-0, looking very promising. Of course, our analyst did paint quite a dreary picture for the South American squad, expecting to see Na'Vi convert their pick after a dominant performance on Inferno. And yeah, I can't really fault them.
All right, so there's a second crack at this, right? We know Furia are going to get the guns out next round. Henny's got enough to get that CT-sided AWP going.
Team knifing, love it.
It's friendly. It's a love tap, I think we labeled that one. Lots of damage towards Squeaky again. A dink onto Simple. Boomich is feeling the pain as well. 45 damage or HP remaining for him. So that is a little bit of a problem here. The scout from Keserato tagging Perfecto, Simple, or Boomich is an instant kill. Doesn't even need to be a headshot. Oh, and more damage done. Electronic's going to fall. This is great for Furia.
Yeah, this is a big frag to find. They have yard control as well. It looks like Na'Vi want to regain some of that. Boomich is at least lurking with the potential to find it, if not just hold the flank. Furia triple hold of ramp. And they keep pushing. Art's testing them. He wants this info one way or another. He's hearing a lot now. Here's T-Roof action. So they'll start to address this yard presence. Don't forget Boomich and his favorite top of main. Lobby clear, but he hears steps towards spawn. This is so much info, Chad. And more than info, it's frags. AK recovered, lobby lost. Na'Vi, where do you go from here? Vinny's caught another one. This is falling apart at the seams.
They have to save. Just hold on to the glue and AK. It's not worth it, Simple. Oh my god.
That was stylish, though. He's got the bomb. He'd have to find 2 frags in very quick succession. He does open up onto Yuri. Needs another, but Keserato with a very quick pull of the scout trigger. 15 seconds. Perfecto. 1. 12 seconds. Looking looking to preserve his Galil, I think, and yeah, Art's not having any of that. He'll find the frag in the end. What a round from FURIA.
Okay, I think Na'Vi are probably going to opt in with a force buy of their own here. You won't want to allow FURIA to take over the economy like this, and they should have enough to justify AKs and Galils almost across the board, but that is a great round for FURIA. You know, you can question the save of the Deagles and the Scout, knowing that they didn't even have a look in whatsoever, but you can see the fruit of their labor paying off immediately. All that early damage means that Boomich and Simple now need to be a lot more cautious as how they move across the map, and it was Electronic who went down to Art in Yard, and then Art rotated all the way back around to Ramp with the MP5 and able to find some more action. So Art staying agile as those buys will come through. Mac 10 for Boomich, UMP for Flamey.
Henny.
And aggression?
He wanted something. He got nothing. Now aggression even further from Art. If he goes now, he's going to be exposing his bottom to the spray. That is such risky business. At least he confirms that there's more than just one, I suppose. It's the most avant-garde approach, but it's got Boomich in the vents as well. They have to rotate through ramp.
Oh, this might be another save call. This is a similar situation.
Unless Art wins that duel, which he has, and Vinny, oh, Vinny, you've got so many chances here. Decon door swings open, Vinny trying to tuck in. Oh, it's a good angle. Multiple targets. They're from every single direction. He couldn't handle that. And now with Art's death, I think you might be onto something with that save call, Chad.
Oh dear, it's Serato and Yuri just left with these M4s, and it's exactly that. Backing straight out of the ramp room. They're going to try and make their way towards CT spawn and hold on to these weapons. Na'Vi, they have the worst of the guns remaining. It's the Galils, it's the SMGs, so if they can put... Oh, this is going to be a fight for the AWP, Alex. That AWP is still in the open. I was going to say the CTs might be able to pick it up, but Boomich has made sure that can't happen. They've even upgraded into another Galil, so their buy is looking even better at this stage, and we might get some force wars at this juncture of the game. Perfecto should be able to stay alive in this window room. We know that the bomb radius here towards the B-bomb site isn't that dastardly. And a good round to bounce back from Na'Vi. This is going to put some questions into the FURIA camp. We can see Vinny has enough to buy. Art has plenty of cash. They can get out another AWP, or it can be 2 drop rifles. Serato could drop something across. The same question could be asked for Yuri, but it will be the AWP purchase. And Art has even given that to Henny. So a lot now resting on Henny's shoulders, operating into the next gun round.
That was a great shot from Flamey's UMP. I didn't see that until the replay. Long range onto ramp. Just locked out the round. Sorry to interrupt you, Chatty.
No, we didn't even talk about the fact, or at least we didn't get stuck into the fact that Flamey is now subbing back in. He was not there on map number 1 of Inferno. It was Bit.
It's true. We kind of ran into the pistol and got distracted. You're absolutely right. Flamey's back. And I mean, you definitely want him here for Nuke. This is a map that Na'Vi have cut their teeth on right at the start of the year. Let's not forget the performance we saw from Na'Vi on Nuke that sealed the deal in those grand finals of Katowice. Flamey spraying down 5 on ramp. We will look through the Mountain Dew plays. You can cast your votes as the pin tweet at ESL CS. I think that features within it. But Simple's found a lovely double to make this round look very winnable. Serato's responded in kind. 2 towards that squeaky area. The smoke does get dropped, but the spray is so good. That's the bomb loose as well. And Simple's trying to be a sneaky beaver. Sneaks down the vent. He actually gets away with it. They have no idea. They will now. Electronic is completely disconnected. He can flank the ramp player. Does he check it? He does! And he goes down though. And now a 2v2 that significantly favors Na'Vi.
Some of these footsteps are heard, but Electronic's... Oh no.
No. Is he timed out?
He may have here. It's just going to be Simple left over in this.
Okay, so Simple's got a 1v2. It's the way the cards have been dealt. A double kill so far from both Serato and Vinny. This started with a double kill from Simple, and he's missed his first. Anticipating pressure from Serato. Here's him. They don't have a smoke. They do now drop it. If he could just find a lineup, they're on it. A nade's not going to be enough, not going to quite cut it. He's holding it, and he misses the shot again. It's FURIA's second. Horrible to have gone down like that. Na'Vi, though, conceding, and that does keep CT's AWP flowing.
Yeah, so there might be just a little bit of a tech here. Doesn't seem to be any issues in the server so far. Electronic appears to be...
Is he wiggling his mouse at all? Oh,
yeah, he's just quick changing. So he'll be back with us, but you were right. Simple kicked this off with some kills, and wow, Na'Vi kind of flubbed that one right there. The fact that it even came down to a situation where Na'Vi were at the number disadvantage is quite hard to even consider. Serato with a great job, but once again, the guns will come back out. Na'Vi aren't done just yet. AKs, Galils, and a Deagle. Utility is good. And they want to keep the pressure on FURIA here. They're going for a late top pop here. Here it goes.
2 flashes through the skylights, and Keserato can't see a thing. Where is he? Oh, it's Chaos. Art is lingering in the smoke, but Perfecto sees him. A little bit of tracer fire works out well.
Vinny.
Na'Vi have the numbers. Vinny leaping into the site, costs him his life. It's only Henny, 1v2 though. And with that AWP, he recovered it from the previous round. He can drop the one-way here. Simple's managed to go scavenging. Meanwhile, Henny taking his sweet time here.
He's not going to get presented with any options here. It might just be the save call, holding on to this AWP, considering the money for FURIA. I mentioned it a round ago. I'll mention it again. The CTs, things cost more. Going for rounds like this, a 2-on-1 against Simple and Electronic. Henny's good, but that would be near impossible. The bomb will go off. Na'Vi will post their 4th. And now things have to be considered in that FURIA camp. Previously, they had some residual cash to work with to get these buys going. But right now, I think they will just have to either go for a partial buy behind this or an all-in. Because you're looking at the loss bonus, it was 1,900. It's going to be 2,400 coming into the next. I recommend, knowing that the AWP's in play and Henny can drop over a Famis or something of the likes, that they will be able to buy behind this and give it another shot. Na'Vi's money is yet to stabilize either. Sure, they're back with 4 rifles and an SMG, but FURIA want to fight for this.
4 into the lobby side off the break from Na'Vi. It's quite indicative of ramp and lobby presence. Saying that, Vinny's trying to keep him honest. Pushed up on the smoke, does land a nice little tag into the leg of Boomich. Henny's very, very battered and bruised already, though. He's caught some flak elsewhere, likely yard.
Okay.
Tucks into CT vent. It's a powerful position, but he's cancelled it.
Yeah, they're gambling here. You can see how much aggression. They want to see if they can find a cheeky kill through the hard or squeaky, as there's so many bodies for FURIA now, just lit it up close and personal, trying to use these lower weaponry at closer ranges to take away the potency of the AK-47s. The smoke wall towards Yard will come out now, and that's going to force a rotation. FURIA can either respect this, rotate players lower to get that information, or they can stick to their guns. This is a weird buy. You know, you may as well take a gamble, and that's a great opening.
That's exactly what he was waiting for. Henny returns to the angle. Vinny confirms, okay, party towards ramp. He hears them now, it confirms they're coming. They can wrap heaven. Boomich at least locking it down, takes ramp and denies that for the CTs. Art down into the lower site, there's 2 there. Vinny and Yuri.
Oh, 20 seconds left. Na'Vi have let this one slip away again. It's just all across the map, one at a time. They're isolated by Jules. Just one opening kill for FURIA in that AWP, and that's the round. Na'Vi probably looking at another save. 10 seconds, Art's taken another. They're trying to get onto the top side, but there's so many kills to find. Wow, that just felt very flat. It felt like Na'Vi didn't realize what type of a buy they were up against. They knew that AWP was in play. And I think we can reflect on what Yanko was saying on the desk, you know, about some of the rounds that FURIA were winning in that first map. Well, it's the same scene just here. I know we've only had 7 rounds of Counter-Strike played, but the rounds that they're winning are scrappy. They haven't really been able to stamp their foot of dominance in this economic struggle until now. Round number 8, Na'Vi have finally decided to go for a partial investment. Some P250s, Glocks for Electronic, and Boomich, a scout for Simple. Let's see what he can do. Oh, he gets the tag, but wow, that was a nice shot.
Yeah, that's an uncomfortable duel to take even against a scout. Clean though, and the rest, well, it shouldn't be too much more to report. I say that flash was so good. Vinny's just lost the duel with the M4, and Henny tidies things up on ramp. Boomich doesn't last much longer either. Keserato very quick to take that space. So 4-4. Na'Vi still on this T side and with just enough cash to pull them into the AKs and the armor. Maybe a little SMG should they want to treat themselves. But won't be seeing an AWP. Could go for the Deagles and the Gibblies if they want all of the bells and whistles. And I think that conversation is what this timeout is for.
Yeah, let Blake get on the mic, have a chat about this. You already have 4 rounds on the T side of Nuke, but I say the T side of Nuke, and that's more the fact that I'm an old man. That Nuke, for the majority of my life, was a very CT biased map, and obviously everybody who's been watching competitive Counter-Strike over the last couple years, since Astralis have come in and shown exactly how this map is meant to be played, have been playing catch-up, and now T side of Nuke, it is so deadly. These smoke walls towards Yard is what Na'Vi could start falling into now if they want to go for something that's a bit more on meta at the moment. We talk about the L block smokes, the standard wall for secret smokes. We've even got the Yard smokes where they try and isolate and get around towards ladder. So those are all the options, but the response at the moment from the CTs has been to take lobby control, to push out ramp, to go for the late hut push. So right now, Na'Vi will be opting in, and it is another one of these dicey buys. 3 Galils, 1 AK, a Deagle for simple. Utility is good, so they can get away with the smoke walls, continue these patterns. And they're lobbing them out from spawn early. Still conditioning in the same way towards hut right now.
This time Electronic has a friend though, which makes me think there's going to be a bit more Yard action. Art drops a smoke and plays in front of it. This sneaky beaver. Henny cautious of the potential for the Lost Warehouse presence. Electronic descends. Art, though he has gone for a cheeky play, I wonder if Electronic's even seen the smoke to... Yeah, okay. So the gamble doesn't pay off, but Perfecto has been set up in Warehouse, and Electronics got down secret completely unaccounted for. Now he is! What is that shot? He was shooting at the stairs! What an adjustment!
Running and moving. Looked like he was playing Valorant for a second there.
Oh my lord, yeah, and you can see that hover above the door there from Boomich, just using his jet updraft.
Okay, well, Henny's been able to at least level this up, but the timings on these peaks mean that they could be anywhere.
Yeah, surely, that wallbang. One more bullet would have done it. Serato bails him out. A necessary double on the top take.
Wait, look at this gap right now. Simple can make it to the lower site, pretty much uncontested. He only has a Deagle. There's no utility to work with, but Henny and Serato, they are the walking wounded. 29 HP for Serato, 11 for Henny. Vinny's the only one operating with HP. So far, no sound cues have been made from Simple, so the rotation time from FURIA, they're going to have to get on this now.
One down the vents. That's the first sound cue. Simple here is a second as well. And he doesn't have to break the glass. They've all opted for the decon. Kits are present. Simple bides his time. Lines up the crosshair. And takes the shot. Serato knocked off the bomb. He went to second, and Vinny's the one to hunt him down. God, it's so nerve-wracking when he's in the clutch.
The fact that he had Henny in his crosshair as well, like if he gets that kill and then gets away, Vinny's unable to trade. The smoke now working against FURIA, Simple in a one-on-one, playing against the clock. That's a whole different round if that shot comes in. A decent attempt, and once again, not a full buy from Na'Vi. And their cash, they don't want to let FURIA start building a bank, but at this stage, you might just have to... Okay, it's another interesting buy coming through here.
We're going to get like a little deco, little Tech 9 armor action.
Just to keep the pressure on. Okay, I thought once I saw that scout come out, I was like, oh no, is he going all in again? But no, we'll just be keeping that cash around the 2K mark. Let's see. They can still do damage here. The magic number of 3 kills.
GG.bet believes Na'Vi have got this one in the bag. Simple's already posted up on red and will start to sweep his way through the yard. A little gap for that squeaky door angle.
Did they see each other, or did Simple just get the glance there? Henny keeps repositioning right now.
I think Art hears the scoping. That's mainly where the information's coming from. Trying to bait Electronic in with the wall bangs. Wonder if he gets away with that. Passive stance from FURIA. They know this is their chance to really start to build a CT lead here. He hears the pins pulled. He knows there's one towards Squeaky and backing away. There's more where that came from. Perfecto's hit a good shot there, and 2 to be specific. Grabs himself an AUG. Maybe he fancies his chances on a 3rd, but the shots from Henny are all hitting. Lovely stuff. 6 for FURIA. They keep most of their most expensive expenditures, and we'll be bringing it in at 6-4. Looking at round 11, will be Na'Vi's full buy now. They've saved their pennies in the previous.
Oh, and Simple did not for the AWP. He had 3K left over at the end of that round, or at the start of that round, after that scout purchase. Could have justified the AWP, but looks like they're operating with the AKs. This tells me that it might be something a little bit faster coming out of Na'Vi here, wanting to exploit these smoke walls. They did it before on a janky buy. There's no reason they can't do it now that they're fully equipped.
You know, just straight one the duel. That's one way. It stopped the yard presence. And he's not hesitating at all. Straight down the vents, he can go secret with that. Oh, Boomic! Trying to punish Yuri. He's trying to find a gap, and he has it. Yuri is screwed. The nade bails him out. Art's gone down. They've gone down the secret stairs. Who's there? It's Yuri. And he's got with the first. Quickly traded. Simple does not hesitate.
This is chaos.
They can get the bomb down now, surely. It's not uncontested, though. Vinny is at the top of ramp. Molotov won't force his hand, nor the flash. Bomb is on Simple, so he's holding the right line. Oh, info. Good info, but it's not enough. Sketchy shooting puts him into a disadvantage, and now Henny, you said he'd be foolish to go for a 1v2 against Simple Electronic. Well, he's got a 1v2 against Simple and Flamey now, and it looks like he's given it a look in.
He's got the kit and he's changed the org, so this is definitely doable now, a bit more mobile. Time is the problem. He has to get a move on.
He's taking his sweet time. Now, Loud. Redundant.
He's going to save. He's going to save. He's backing off.
Excuse me, the AWP.
Oh, it's impossible when they don't give you anything, when they don't even give you a chance to find the picks here, just tucking away, playing the bomb, using it as an extra man.
No, Henny, don't just stop there. Don't just stop there. Just Simple
going to go?
Okay.
Well, both teams are still trying to establish an economy, right?
Yeah.
We were 11 rounds of play. FURIA 6 to Navi's 5, but you can see here having to reinvest. Navi needed to hold on to those rifles. The same thing, obviously, for Henny wanting to carry across that AWP. And FURIA have to go with, I was going to say a compromise buy. Never mind. They brought out the double AWP. Art and Henny will both be bringing in the AWPs to round number 12.
Right.
Utility is good. There's a kid in play. There's still a chance for this FURIA. They lock them out here. They can start mounting a couple more.
All right. I'm interested. They have my attention. Art going for the AWP outside behind his own smoke and then spots Boomic. What can you do with this? Electronic has got the call. He knows there's an AWP to hunt, and that's an easy boy. Boomic's Molly actually finishes the job. Electronic's bullets were there. Henny's AWP, though, has found Boomic. Keserato responsive. Wants to push on that. The spray's not bad. Tags him up. Keserato pushing, but the flash from Vinny actually caught his teammate. Oh, that's undesirable.
It feels like FURIA are trying to respond as soon as they know where Navi are by just throwing bodies at the problem, but Navi keep finding gaps. And look at this, they forced the rotation to lower. Yuri needs to search for info towards lobby.
And that's what Flamey's waiting for, but if he gets this timing, X-Ray tells us Flamey's headed ramp. Electronic already finding another of the lower defenders, just making it more and more against the odds. Perfecto arrives from his ramp adventure. And that's the end of that. This will be the equalizer.
Oh, and it's just a famous. So Yuri, he might even get hunted here. Look at this. He's coming. Electronic is close. How far does he want to look? Obviously having no idea, so Yuri needs to be very careful here. Any sound cue will be heard from Electronic from this position. Just trying to mantle up as quiet as you like. Ooh. The gun drop will be heard on top of Silo. Where is the gun? That's the first problem.
Knowing Boomic, it's a bloody MAC-10 or an MP9.
That's definitely heard.
Oh, there it is. As well.
Oh, dear.
Uh-oh. Oh,
oh.
The flash is good. It's good. Oh,
Yuri. Oh, my friend. Now look at the money for FURIA. Everybody operating at that 2K mark. Henny has the most with 2.6. And at this point in the game, this is the worst juncture in a game that you want to have your CT side economy broken. And I say broken, it's not like FURIA have really had a chance to build that much of a bank. The scoreline's 6-6. We're all tied up, but Na'Vi is set right now to potentially run away with this half. FURIA have to take what is essentially a full eco. There's a flash on R, a P250 in the hands of Henny, and they're just going aggressive.
Oh my God, I'm just looking at the replay. That was a very frustrated Henny. Seeing red. 2 now dead. 3rd added to the list. Art's made something with the USP, and oh my Lord, it's getting a bit sketchy. There we go. Simple.
What's he up to now? Only 14. A quiet, simple 14. Perfecto's continuing his form from map number 1 to note. 11 kills for him. Boomic on 6. We've got 5 for Electronic. And then Flamey, well, he's been subbed on in. Maybe taking a while to warm up. Just 4 kills to his name. But the last 3 rounds on the trot have been in the favor of Na'Vi. And now when we move into the final 2 rounds of play, it will be another one of these buys for FURIA where they can't justify the AWP. They don't even have a defuse kit. Only operating with 4 smoke grenades, a handful of Molotovs. This is going to be so difficult for FURIA, Alex.
Yeah, I don't fancy their chances. I do like the angle Henny's opted for, and look at Vinny. Oh, Vinny! What a surprise! Quesarato's even pushed, and Lobby Crunch on
Look
a
where the bomb is as well.
fly. Don't see that every day. Certainly don't see it pay off against Na'Vi every day. Perfecto and Flamey sent to the Shadow Realm. Henny's patience catches Simple's lurk. And that's our 7th round handed to them on a silver platter.
This could be an absolute nightmare if FURIA drop this. And I'm obviously painting worst case scenario right here. There's no way they should lose this. A 5-on-2 situation with full lobby control. You even maintain warehouse. You've locked them out with utility. You still have a little bit to work with. Boomich has only now just gotten the bomb and everything else has been expended. So Na'Vi, if they're able to pull this, it would be an absolute miracle here. And it's a massive fumbles from FURIA. And there's no Simple left alive. This might just be a standoff here. Na'Vi can justify the buy next round, so they should go for this.
I mean, yeah, of course.
Hoping for some aggression.
I don't know if Yuri's angle's ever going to get checked, yeah. Elevated, tight line. As you have to check your left side for the ramp lurk, that's brutal. And yeah, Electronic is, believe it or not, in Yard, where he often starts his Nuke T sides, and now it looks like he'll be forced to leave his familiar terrain and bit of a role reversal from the previous round. Now it's Yuri that gets to hunt Electronic. What a lovely switch up for him. Does he
Electronic has the flash? Does he flash Yuri and still die? I think he might just get away with this one.
Position's a bit better.
Yeah, hiding in plain sight here. Didn't make any sound cues. I love the look at Electronic. He's got the green gloves, the green gun, got the green knife. He's really.
I bet he's got the green HUD. I bet he's got a green crosshair.
He does have a green crosshair. It's very faint to see. Or is that more of a
crosshairs on?
Yeah, is that more of a cyan?
Oh, I haven't got. I'm using mine.
Sure.
Everyone's got the RPK beach ball.
Oh, okay. No, I wanted to see what they were rocking with.
What do you
rare occasion. Good question.
Oh, okay, it's a whole thing. Don't worry.
It was just on when I joined the server, so we might have
button to do it, and he can't talk to us. So,
well, we'll ask him in the break.
Yeah, good idea.
But 7-7 now. Still no one with the lead here within this first half. Simple bringing out the big green for the final round of play. And now FURIA... Oh, never mind. Not live, ladies and gentlemen. We'll get this one back underway momentarily. But if you are just joining us, this is the 3rd and final series of the day. This is the Intel Extreme Masters Global Challenge. And we have 8 of the world's best teams here in attendance. Oh, I should have said 7 of the world's best teams in attendance and Liquid. They're not in the top 10. They're the only team at our event who are not in the top 10 as per the ESL World Rankings. But it will be exciting to see Liquid play. They play tomorrow in the opening series against Heroic. We know that they've been over here boot camping for some time. So that will be the last game of the initial matches, right? We're broken up into 2 groups. This is the GSL, so you win 2 and you're through to the playoffs. You lose 2 and you're out. It's a pretty simple formula when we put it like that. But yeah, that's what you can look forward to happening first thing tomorrow. And then we've obviously got some winner matches as well. But it looks like we should be getting this one back underway in not too long of a time. Do you feel like this one's getting netted up in 2, Alex, or do you think we might be seeing that 3rd? Do you think there's a clear indication?
I mean, honestly, yeah. At a 7-7 half, I would say it favors Na'Vi. I think it's on track for a Na'Vi lockout. Obviously, FURIA have done enough to be competitive into their T side, but yeah, it's certainly up in the air, but Na'Vi are on track, on pace, and we are back in to the final round of the second map, Na'Vi's pick here. Already 1-0 up in the series after a thrashing on FURIA's Inferno, and bye-bye Art. He goes looking. He looks for trouble, and trouble finds him. Quesarato Molotov'd out of hut. He will have to retreat and respect that.
So much utility left over from Na'Vi, especially with all these smokes. So late round, they can pivot. 1:20 left on the clock now. And at this point, you're expecting a CT side re-aggression. You know that they need info.
What I don't understand is how Boomich gets so much out of this just sitting here for 45 seconds. I understand it's a component of a team, but he's always there, and you have to make a sound cue to get off it. It just feels like such an awkward state of affairs for Boomich if things don't go his way. He is up on there for now. No info from the CTs, though, and Simple holding this lobby push. They know FURIA are capable of these mid-round lobby denials. Door has been blown off, so that's an avenue that will have to be held. Simple tasked with the responsibility. 40 seconds, bombs on his back. Quesaratu still has a smoke to drop, actually. If you drop at the 30-second mark, it doesn't normally work out this way, but it could be strong. It looks strong. Oh, geez, they're smoked off. The Na'Vi special boys, they have to come through the spray of Serato. Yuri's got the off angle. It's so potent. It should be their round, and it is. 8 for FURIA. They win the half, albeit by a Nat's wing. It's now time to swap the sides, and it's time for Na'Vi to head to the defense on their map, Nuke.
I think it's getting old. I ain't your therapist, I ain't your measure. Hey, oh, can't really tell you anything you don't already know. No one said it was easy. Don't even bother, cause I'm in this secure location. I turned off my phone and my patience. I wanna help you, but you ain't even trying. You made your own bed, now you gotta fucking lie. Ain't nobody, nobody makes me sick. Ain't nobody, nobody makes me sick. Ain't none of my business. It ain't none of my business. Nobody, nobody makes me sick. Nobody, nobody makes me sick. Ain't none of my business. It ain't none of your business. Nobody, nobody didn't sit, and nobody, nobody didn't sit.
Back underway then with FURIA and Na'Vi. It's an 8-7 half. Myself, Machine, joined by Chad Sponge Birchill for, I think this is the 60,722nd day by my count.
Yeah, I think we've been connected at the hip in 2020, Alex. The amount of bloody broadcasts that we have done, I think we might have the world record at this stage. But FURIA here, we've got them battling back. They lost their opening map, ladies and gentlemen, of Inferno. We now see ourselves on Na'Vi's pick of Nuke, and we get this one underway with 3 players on utility here. We've got smokes on the likes of Yuri, Art, and Serato, 2 Molotovs, and a nade open Squeaky. Oh, look at Simple, so cheeky.
Okay, mate. It's a very viable strategy, by the way. If anyone thinks he's suddenly trolling in an 8-7 game, that is a very easy one-shot knife, and he's demonstrating! Oh, that's unreal! Unbelievable scenes! He took off the silencer as well for show points. Show points? He's showboating. Oh.
God, just pack it up. Pack it up now. Look at his money. The round's not even over yet. He has 3150. It's Yuri in a 1-on-5. How do we start a round with Simple getting 2 knife kills?
Oh, man. Very viable strategy, by the way, he says.
Yeah. Well, he will get punished. He will get taken down. But Yuri, I've seen a couple of 1-on-5s recently from Floppy. But
Yeah.
come on, mate.
You know, I didn't realize, and Floppy's clutches kind of, you know, demonstrated, or at least brought it to light for me, just how few clutches, you know, players go whole careers without a 1v5 in an official.
It's like a unicorn, right?
Yeah, and Floppy got 2 in 2 days.
Okay. Well, Yuri's going to have a crack.
A bomb, like, go on. Oh, and that's the end of that. Well, Simple has made himself $6,400 into the second round of this half.
Or Simple do it.
I swear to God, if he buys an AWP, mate, I'm out.
It's a terrible idea, but it's simple, so just do it.
Let's watch it from Caterato's perspective. Oh, okay. We'll watch it from the Knife Master himself. Just edges himself further up the ladder.
The Undertaker.
Oh, their backs are just so exposed.
The thing is, people are like, why aren't they shooting him? They're gray screened in that event, right? They can't see a lot. So Simple's opted for the AUG, not the AWP. Probably the right decision. Don't want to let that fall over this early.
Oh, that's clean. That's squeaky clean. And Simple's AUG is there to really just cause even more pain and suffering. Fortunately, FURIA are throwing their bodies to yard without any investment, so this isn't going to be too punishing in the grand scheme, other than, of course, their morale.
Yeah. Look, I know we haven't even got the gun rounds underway yet, but that's going to sting for a couple of rounds,
it still
right?
Hurts. Yeah.
I guess it's not as bad as losing to a couple of Deagle rounds like they had on map number 1, but think about that. Everything's going to be compounding. So FURIA, when we do get into these gun rounds, which will be the following, just have to wait for Yuri to get taken down here. P250, Dink comes in. And the pound for pound best gun in the game, I think that Boomich, you know, that's one of the stats we probably need. We don't get too much from Peter from HLTV.org these days, but we might need to find out who's leading the charge in terms of MP9 kills in tier 1 matches in 2020, because I think that Boomich is definitely going to be up there.
Yeah, you say that, and then I have to watch a whole best of 3 of him buying the MP9 and trying to hold banana with it, and then it just doesn't work. You know, I've seen both sides of that coin.
I block that out. I try to forget about that part of the Boomich saga, but here we go. Round number 18. The guns are out. This is FURIA's chance. AKs for 4 of them aren't onto the Galil. Needed more utility for whatever strat he's calling. Oh, bit of a decoy there on top of the silo.
Oh, man.
Yeah. They're going to creep straight in towards main here, I think. And Electronic isn't looking, so top needs to be worried about a bit of a split.
So they smoke credit card, they flash warehouse, and they push credit card? Okay. Electronic can't believe his luck. He gets practically 2 kills. Yuri is working with a measly 1.
Transaction denied.
100% Electronic cautious. So paranoid of the flank. Henny's the one that's tucked in on secret. Yuri's the one working warehouse.
They were going for the swipe method, Alex. Electronic is living in the tap and go.
Yeah, exactly. They're so it's practically analog. Trying to swipe and go. Get the signature out. Pen. What is this? Paper.
Oh dear. Well, that's a nice trade. That's an even better one.
Hang on. Simple though can ruin everything. He's cautious. Doesn't commit to the spray. Don't forget, Yuri's got no HP, and Art's gone down, so it really does just fall to Caterito. He's got to find 3. Very short space of time. Bomb to be retrieved if he could have just found Simple. Denied, and that AUG, every time it shows its face in the feed, it's a stern reminder that he started this second round off with it. He'll be throwing it away, upgrading a weapon for his teammate and keeping that one flowing. They're on 2,900, Chad. This is FURIA going to have to stare down the barrel of 11 before they can even have another go.
Yeah, and we want to see them even on a sneaky round like this, maybe getting some vent control, maybe seeing if they can exploit some Na'Vi rotations to get a plant, because at this stage, at this juncture of the game, Na'Vi are operating with already a decent chunk of cash. You've got Simple there with some residual money, the same for Perfecto and Flamey and Electronic. It's just Boomich who is not operating with a lot, but against this eco, if they keep it clean, they're all going to be bolstered.
That flash does actually set Electronic up for success. It's Boomich's quick spray. And that's one way to end the round in the blink of an eye. Art not really going to have much more to say about it.
I love it. You see a smoke drop, and immediately there's one Na'Vi player always spamming it. It's like, come on, we know that you're a moth to the flame. Like, just we'll make sure we're putting bullets no matter where you can go. So there's the 11th. Quite clean, quite tidy. Na'Vi in those double digits. FURIA back with the AKs. This time the buy, it's going to be 5 AK-47s. Much more utility, but we need to see them getting some site control here. What option are they going to be opting with?
Okay, this is important decision-making time. So outside smokes, nothing
Run boost,
yet.
that's nice.
Yuri spotted outside. Simple's actually gone to the never before seen extra boost above warehouse. You rarely see more than one from there. Art responsible for lower. Gets himself down the vent. And his teammates, can they get across? Yes, they can. A full mag expended and not a single point of damage inflicted. They have the lower side, and Simple's lost his life. Quite the fright. Knocked on his ass by Yuri, now into the lower side. Keserato, late arrival, will be able to confirm there's no secret presence, no flank in that respect. And Na'Vi, they've got a decision to make. That bomb is yet to be planted, but as soon as it is, it's either retake or save. They've got so much cash on a couple of them. Electronic 6, Flamey 7. They're clearing lobby with the bomb down lower. I think it must just be the passive save and just go again.
Yeah, it's probably the right call, especially with this lead. FURIA will claw one back. As I mentioned before, the money is good. And look, the loss bonus will come through for Na'Vi here. It's bottom of the barrel loss bonuses as they are yet to lose or concede a round. So this will just be 1,400 coming into their back pockets. But with what they're currently operating with, that's fine. It just becomes a problem if FURIA string together a couple. So Na'Vi need to bounce back and make sure it isn't multiple rounds on the trot if they want to keep this CT economy alive or continue to save, right? These are the options that they can hold on to with this kind of a lead, but it's great to see FURIA getting back into one. But I hope it's not with a whimper like it was on Inferno. We heard from Yanko saying that the game felt more like a 16-4 than it did a 16-11 scoreline, and that was due to the type of rounds that FURIA were winning. So we need to see some consistency in these gun rounds, and this is another chance to do exactly that. Simple has now brought out the AWP, and this will be a real test. Flamey's still operating on the FAMAS, the same for Boomich. The utility's great. So this is just FURIA going to have to test Na'Vi time and time again. And they need to pass it, or this is it. They'll be pushed straight down to that lower bracket. We get back underway. Early aggressive smoke from Electronic. He's even trying to...
Oh, it does screw the molly, or does it?
Yeah, I think there might be a bit of a gap there. It didn't land exactly how he wanted it, but maybe on the cusp of that right side.
Might be able to work around it either way. FURIA, this is a crucial moment now. We just, as Chad discussed, we need evidence. The weapon rounds can be converted here against Na'Vi.
4 here for Flamey. 5.
Same case as Inferno. Flamey, lots to deal with. Simple throws out supportive flash. Flamey's completely conceded ramp control. On the same side of the coin, FURIA have it. Oh, they could double drop. Flamey's going to have to tuck down. Challenging out Simple as well in lower heaven, trying to keep him honest. It's duels like this, he thrives within. The entire FURIA team has ramp, Chad.
Yeah, and Na'Vi don't have any information on this just yet. Electronic hasn't wide swung outside to clear it yet. It is just Flame. He's still going to be the canary in the coal mine. The rotations will have to come through vent.
Interesting. 40 seconds. This is quite the pause. You're going to have to go below now. It's the smoke from Henny. It's minimal util. A single smoke. And it's deployed. Here comes the push. It's the all-in. The smoke indicates there is CT presence. Or rather, the flash, I should say. Nice damage from Flamey. Nearly finds 2 heads. One will do. Boomich there to fill his shoes. Bomb's yet to be planted. It could be denied here. Good shooting from Boomich. Can't deny. Does get traded. FURIA have the advantage. Just Perfecto and Simple now. Vinny tested. Perfecto traded out. Art has the man advantage now as he tucks into dark. Simple hunting the clutch. Smoking a kit. The clutching package. Quick scope. Art's gone. Onto the bomb. Fakes it out. Henny's got the tracer fire. Looking to adjust. He thinks he's ramp. He's right to think so. Trying to defuse in the smoke. Henny. Nervous. He's repositioned and Simple's just going to defuse it under his nose. Oh no.
Easy as you like, mate. Look at this. We're talking about players with AWPs on the first half, not going for 2-on-1. Simple makes it look simple. Just drops the smoke, baits out the first kill. Henny's already operating on low HP, so it doesn't even matter that there's an AWP in that duel. But how's he meant to take that fight? If he tries to push down ramp, Simple's holding either side of that smoke. He gets the kill and wins the round regardless. At least this way, Henny held on to a gun, but that's 12 for Na'Vi.
Just throwing that smoke, peeking just before it blooms so you can take your quick scope, then it blooms, then you can fake and play for the ramp play. It's just so calculated and it's so subconscious to him. Magical stuff. A quick clutch from Simple puts the 12th on the board, and Na'Vi are now looking to twist the knife. This is where it really hurts. If FURIA concede, They've got all the AKs they need. Perfecto's got a lot to deal with here. They're flooding into the top side. The flash is good.
Flash.
Really good flash. And it enables some serious death, destruction. Oh, it's Furia's demise. 13. Na'Vi zipped that one up neat and tidy. There's still a bloody 1 minute 20 on the clock.
Look at Henny has 10k. Like, the money for Furia right now, of course, it's the max loss bonus, but how the hell does he have 10 grand? I know he just saved a gun in a round before. This is wild. Okay, so Furia are going to have a great buy regardless, but that was a complete shutout. The fact that they didn't get any space, they didn't get the bomb down. Na'Vi just puts them in the blender right there. And at this point, of course, you have to take a timeout. This is going to be their first of map number 2. And Furia need to talk through their options here because Na'Vi are closing the door on Nuke right now. I think there's still so many more options that Na'Vi can run with here. And we heard Yanko say, watch out for those vent dives. Boomich had a couple within that first half. It doesn't feel like Furia are able to get away with that same success. Boomich puts his body on the line to get in front of that smoke, to tuck yourself into next to that squeaky door and that T-vent, really just to deny that presence as much as possible. Just to recount the frags on your screen here, Simple, of course, 23 for him. We're loving this form from Perfecto, 17, 13 for Boomich. We've got 9 apiece for Electronic and Flamey. On the other side of things, leading the charge, it's Henny with 15, 14 for Art, 13 for Quesarado, 11 for Vinny, and 10 for Yuri. But they need to step up, and they need to step up now. The GG.bet odds on your screen, they're heavily favoring Na'Vi as we get into round 23.
And already a casualty. Furia found something, but it's very short-lived. Immediately, the flames lick Art down. And Electronic gets away with 10 HP, a scrap of health, and Yuri doesn't finish his meal. That's 2 members of Na'Vi on a scrap. Vinny finally does open up onto the top site. And this does make, admittedly, the rest a bit difficult. Flamey, though.
There's a gap here.
Oh, and Henny, just as he switches to the bomb, Counter-Strike timing, and no way, Vinny doesn't finish it. He hears him. He knows where Quesarato is. This was Furia's best chance.
They're all low.
He knows it's Flamey. He's found the first 2. Quesarato's making a 1v3 look just as easy as the 1v1. It's only Electronic. Now the bomb was loose, and that's going to be information conveyed. Spots him and isolates it. Quesarato digs Furia out of trouble. Recovers the AWP as well. You're bang on. They were low. But pivoting back to lobby and isolating every single one of the 1v3 duels.
Oh, they needed that. That goes without saying. It's Captain Obvious right here in the server for you, ladies and gentlemen. But that flick from Simple was something else, and I thought Flamey had done enough. Quesarado being in that forward position, he just isolates these duels. Like, Flamey can't swing on that. He has to wait for the fight to come to him. So good stuff from Quesarado. But once again, a full buy from Na'Vi here. They need this one to break the bank, Furia. Need to keep this pressure on. Art did find an opening in the previous, and we saw a couple of other players make a meal of their frags. But if that changes, if Yuri and Vinny hit those kills cleaner, we could be on. Oh, that's heard.
Oh, no. Oh, and it just spurs Art into the vents, into Boomich. Something so small, the nuance of it is insane. It's practically ridiculous.
They work so hard for one round, and then Na'Vi make it look so simple just to claw one back.
Yeah, you're right. That's how it feels. It's exactly how it feels. Look how easy this one's coming their way. Henny trying to deny it, knows his warehouse, misses his shot, does evade the warehouse trade. If he could just find Electronic, he's taking some risks here. He's going to have that high sense, going to have those quick reactions. Mantling, hunted, and finished off. That's 14 for Na'Vi, and the one elusive 14th round, Quesarato denied it. It's found exactly after.
Oh, no. And now because of Furia actually winning that 1-on-3, they only got, the win bonus going into the next round, which hampered their economy going forward. So now at this juncture, most of their players have enough to get a buy, but it's not by the Chad Birchall textbook of a full buy. It's not the AKs with all the utility. It's some Deagles, some P250s. There are 2 AKs, but look at how hampered this is, Alex. It's a Hail Mary attempt just into top.
Like a Hail Mary. Just go top, and well, Art takes down Electronic. If they could just, find one through the smoke was my sentence. Boomich has done that and does put a dampener on things. They've got Simple rotated down to the lower level should they need it. Boomich jiggling out yard, does get the info, no one's home. They can focus their resources into the right place. And just a lobby hold for Furia at this point in time. Flamey's even pushed up Trophy a little bit. The only gap is Secret, which Perfecto is occasionally and intermittently checking. Boomich too. surprising that Simple's so vehemently committed to lower, considering the info they have yard.
Yeah, I think right here, just thinking maybe someone had slipped down the vent as a potential. So the brakes are on right now. FURIA had a bit more space to work with than they originally anticipated. But now that we've leveled out at 50 seconds left, I think Na'Vi is starting to get an idea of this. And Boomich through the vent, laying down some damage. He's even going to find a kill with Perfecto, and it's just two men standing, Henny and Art. What can you do?
Yeah, man, this is brutal. This is Na'Vi's 15th. It's just a question of formality. And he's gone. And Art does have a chance. Getting the bomb down, recovering an AWP, and an ace clutch to stave off a Na'Vi match point. FURIA condemned to the lower bracket should they concede this map, and Art would have to pull out some magic. But he's not a magician, is he? He's an artist, and so we're just going to sit back, relax, and see if his creativity can get him far. Door open, someone above him as well. Great flick. Flash above. Knows there's another time. It's on his side. He doesn't hit it. The no scope. They've got kits. They've got time. It was a valiant attempt. Had he hit that one. Well, that's Na'Vi's 15th, and FURIA, they are preparing for their impending doom.
Yeah.
Timeout time.
The best of a bad situation, as it were, but that plant, it facilitates with the max loss bonus another shot, right? The scoreline's 15-10. This doesn't seem likely. Once again, FURIA have had to scrap for some of their rounds. How that first half kicked off, it was back and forth, the force by wars, nobody really able to establish too much of an economy or a slew of rounds. And then now here in the second half on the T side, Na'Vi have had some clean ones. K Serato needed a 1-on-3 just to keep them within touching distance of this one right here. And Na'Vi again, the buy comes back out. 2 AK-47s, 2 M4s, full utility and Simple with the big green. 24 kills. I don't think he's going to make that 30 here today, but the mid-20s seems like it's more than enough. FURIA are going to need to really have talked through some options here. Their starts seem very sporadic. There's trades all over the map, and Na'Vi, they tend to be coming out on top of these situations. But back underway we go. Round number 26 could be the final round here in our last best of 3 of the day.
Is this it? Is there more? Out of FURIA. Gap in the smoke, perhaps. Second dropped. Boom, just dropped a preemptive smoke.
There's 3 players already lower. This is a great call. Oh, never mind. They've pivoted. FURIA. Look at this. They're all over the map.
Yeah, they aren't sure where they want to hit. Yuri's found a way in. Top site. Now the frags are all going FURIA's way. Boomich up the vent. Oh, wow. Well, that was quite the turn of events. They had 3 down lower, as you bang on identified. FURIA pivots straight into the solo Perfecto top site hold.
What a great play. I thought Na'Vi were the ones with the read, but come on, Simple. You're not going for this one, mate. No. You only need 1 more round. This should be a save.
Everyone saves in a 1v4 with the bomb down.
Come on, mate.
I
know you have a smoke. I know where he is now.
Okay,
all right. The thing is, Alex, I know you're doing exactly what I'm doing, holding my breath in case it just goes absolutely like God mode.
I've been caught off one too many times where I just go, yeah, no. And by the time I finish grumbling, it's already a 1v2 from a 1v4.
Oh, dear.
I just sit there on the edge of my seat in anticipation for what could be, you know, what could happen.
The thing is, you look at that, there's like, there's no way Simple wins this. And every time we've done that, he somehow makes it close or wins it. But it's fine. It's fine. Na'Vi, they've been finally forced down to just some light upgrades. Perfecto has a Zeus, so does Boomich. I like that. I'm going to make the noise, Alex. I'm going to do it if he drops vent. If he comes down vent, I'm going to do it. Oh, he baited me into it.
He tagged him, didn't he?
God damn it.
Oh. You can't even finish the job. Hang on, Art's burning. Art is still burning, and that will be a USP frag. Now an AK has fallen into enemy remit. Careful now, Vinny. Careful now. Into the top side, they have numbers. Dinks are landed. Vinny's hitting good headshots, though, and so the issues are resolved.
Perfecto with the leap on in. Am I close enough? Please be close enough. All right, Flamey. The Blazed Eagle. It's very fitting. But that P250 bullet to the dome, I think he's going to be feeling that one. Now, right now, scoreline 15-12. the money situation for Na'Vi, they could go for a buy here. It wouldn't surprise me if Na'Vi were to purchase. We have 3 players operating around 4.5. Means they'll be light on utility, simple with that 5k. If I'm Na'Vi in a round like this, I'd probably opt for something. Well, they've gone for FAMASs. Okay, so we're going to be seeing a bit more utility than initially theorized. And Simple has the AWP, glass cannon. Could this be it, or did FURIA have more to say about map number 2? Early utility again. Same conditioning towards Squeaky Door.
And this time, Boomich doesn't get away with that. Art descending the vents as well. Doesn't have the bomb, but he has a lot of space, and he's dropping a smoke in order to at least try and force Flamey off of ramp, and he has done so. Oh, this is some gaming from Art. Trying to get under Flamey's skin.
Oh, he's done it too.
Oh, Flamey didn't check it, and Art, despite the positioning, gets the frag. That's 2. He's worming his way towards a 3rd as well, looking for Simple. Just hunting his way around the entire map. Simple pulls the trigger first.
Go lower fast. They should get the bomb down here, no dramas. Vinny's even dealing with any rotations or information plays, so they know they have to turn their attention to the site, to decon, to the window side.
Smart of Electronic to open the door. There's an element of uncertainty now as to his position. Is the site vulnerable? Keserato confirms it's not. Simple has got the no-scope headshot. Dips into the vents. Perfecto in support.
There's no kit though. Surely they don't justify this now. If they lose this and they don't carry these weapons forward, there's a real chance for FURIA to take this one to overtime. Na'Vi need to think carefully here, and I think probably Boomich has said, hey boys, let's consider this. I know we've gotten away with a couple here, but we got a few more chances ahead of us. This will be the 13th for FURIA. There are 2 more rounds left in regulation. The loss bonus going into the next round for Na'Vi will be that of 2,400.
It's been such a close game, man.
Yeah, Na'Vi have had the edge, right? But FURIA have been throwing some big individual performances to keep themselves in this. You know, there's even a couple of shots, right, Alex? We've gone, oh, he's whiffed that one or he's missed that one. And if they didn't miss those shots, FURIA could have even potentially been winning some of these situations.
Yeah, I'll just say that I'm much more convinced by the FURIA on Nuke than I am on the one on Inferno in terms of how competitively viable they are against Na'Vi. This is only 2 rounds now, separating them from overtime and wiping the slate clean. Winning Nuke wipes the slate clean of Inferno, and we can all just sit back, relax, and talk about what Overpass could be.
All right, well, time for Na'Vi to take a timeout, and it looks like they have kind of made this buy work. You can see that there's a full investment from Electronic in this situation. He's operating with only $100 left in the bank balance. Next round will be a $2,900 loss bonus, so Na'Vi will have something scrappy, but it will be a buy for the last round of play. I've seen them make rounds work with less. Now keep in mind, the only utility they've purchased so far, with 11 seconds left, is 2 smoke grenades and 2 Molotovs. The rest is an AK-47 and M4. Simple's just gone. Simple's just, okay, they're fully investing. Everything I just said, throw it out the window. Na'Vi have pushed all their chips into the middle of the table here. They're trying to close it here. They're trying to close it now.
There are 3 AWPs in play. Okay, they're trying to finish it right here, right now. Overtime, they want to just delete the possibility for that conversation to continue. And it's with very minimal util. That was the incendiary. There is a second on Flamey, that's it, and he's ramp. Electronic working around the smokes, deployed on the fly. He can hear Yuri coming. Oh, it's so close! He gets the frag just as Yuri looks away. Timing is such. I can't say that word on air. Electronic though, shadow advantage, the spray's wild, he hasn't found anything, but Simple has a collateral. The AWP he chose to invest pays off in the biggest way.
Okay, 2-on-3 situation now. They've been able to find a couple of trades out here. Keserato's found another, it's a 2-on-2. The bomb's been smoked off. If FURIA pull this one away, Henny's got the bomb.
You can hear it. He's hunting him, Henny into the site, but there is a Keserato holding the line. Oh, but Simple, perfect placement of the crosshair. Henny to keep Furia's upper bracket dreams afloat. Peeks on the flash, and Simple's ready. Simple just takes that round. He says, "No, I'm not done. I'm not interested in overtime." And they close it out with 4 from the man with a 1 in his name. They do proceed through the upper bracket. 2-0, Na'Vi taking down FURIA.